Guys, Finesse2tymes is under the impression that he has the best first day out debut ever in comparisons to Kodak Black, Gucci Mane, shout out to JT, the City Girls. Yeah, we got a shout out to JT. That's home team. And a plethora of other people. Now, you guys do me a favor. Let's not wait for the middle or the end of this video. We're going to come together as a collective, and we all going to hit the like button at the same time. What that does, that makes YouTube take the content, grab it, then catapult it through the atmosphere being the algorithm, all right? That helps us to compete with the bigger channels because we're a smaller channel here. And what YouTube does, they grab it, then they recommend it to their audience, getting in front of the audience on your timeline. Thank you guys in advance once again. So as I stated before, you guys, Finesse2tymes, you know he's no stranger to the internet. He's been on a tirade on the internet. Well, same as such as today. Finesse2tymes made a post in which he said he has the best first day out debut ever in hip hop. Now, there's a list of a lot of people that's in that category. You got Kodak Black, Gucci Mane, who else? I'm probably gonna miss some people. Like I said, JT, and big shout out to what's your man's he just got released, man. Let me see, bro. Let me pull up, bro, right here. He just recently got released. Hood Rich Pablo. All right. Big shout out to Hood Rich Pablo. Now, this is an example of first day out. When rappers go to prison, they incarcerated. One of the biggest indications that you didn't have a hard time in jail. One of the biggest indications that jail did not break you is coming out of jail and dropping a song immediately. Right? Hit the ground running. It's very reminiscent of Tupac Shakur when Tupac got shot and jumped out. He was in the hospital and left the next day, right? To show people that you're resilient. Hit the ground running, as I stated before. So you see Hood Rich Pablo's numbers here. This is a prime example. He did 2.1 million views. In what time period? 1 month. So we're looking at those metrics. Let's compare that to the others that Finesse2tymes is alluding to. All right. All right, let's start off with a GOAT. So you got your man's Gucci Mane. All right, big shout out to Gucci. So Icy Entertainment. He probably done switched the name a couple times too. Gucci Mane, first day out the feds. Now the feds, state, whatever. He's coming out the feds. All right, in which he did 58 million views in 9 years. So you see the metrics. Compare that 2 months, the 2.1 to 58 million. You guys go ahead and make those determinations. Take those metrics and compare them. All right, we're thinking about the time that it took, for you to accumulate those views. Right. So within a 9 year span, 58 million views. I think that's impressive. That part, I find that to be impressive. Gucci Mane is a seasoned artist. He's ascended throughout each generation. Unlike, not too many rappers are like Gucci. That's a chupacabra. That's a unicorn, right? Especially in this day and age. Hopefully we can see more of that. But Gucci Mane has been able to transcend through every generation in reference to hip hop. All right, in which he first day out, he did those numbers, and that's not the first time. That's not his first day out. Maybe the first day out song that's titled "First Day Out," but that's not his first day out. All right, shout out to Gucci. Let's pull up another one. All right, big shout out to Zoe. Shout out to oh, let me move this right. All right. Shout out to Zoe, man. Big shout out to Orlando. Shout out to Hot Boy. Big shout out to Hot Boy. All right, you guys know Hot Boy. I think he did Fed Time too. You know what I mean? His shit's called Hot Boy 9/11. 9/11 self-explanatory. First day out, in which he did 11 million views within a year. So compared to Hood Rich Pablo, in which he did, what's that, 2.1 within a couple months? versus this man, what, within a month? Let's see. Let's pull up the Hood Rich Pablo, because I do forget. It doesn't matter. A month or two. We don't have to be approximate. But this is 11 months, and the man did 11 million. So you can't really quantify what somebody would have did in the future. So we're not going to even go there, right? But those are kind of similar numbers in trajectory. Let's continue. Now, big shout out to Yak. You already know here we are big Kodak Sniper Gang supporters here. Big shout out to Yak. With that being said, you guys, this is Kodak's first day out. Kodak Black first day out, 114 million views in 8 years. That's impressive. We just had Gucci with the 58 in 9 years. So now you have 114 million in 8 years. Now, in comparison to Finesse2tymes back end, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. His back end did 129 million, 128 million. If my memory does serve me correct, 128 million. But he did his in 3 years. So 3 years in comparison to 8 years, he almost quadrupled that, right? But once again, we can't quantify this because there's a lot of factors that go into this, and we'll speak about that after. But let's continue. There's not too much here, all right? Big shout out to T Grizzley. You guys, T Grizzley, first day out, very successful. He's one of the originators, also the first day out. Let's go to T Grizzley's numbers. T Grizzley did 319 million views in 8 years. So 319 versus the 9 for Kodak with 114. This man did 18 years. He did 3 times what Kodak did in 8 years. All right. So T Grizzley, his shit be performing. So that's T Grizzley's first day out. All right. Now, this is all in comparison. We're going to quantify all this. We're going to put this together, and we're going to make our own determination. Right. All right. Let me pull up this last one. And I have to pull up this last one because this is home team. You know what I mean? Big shout out to JT. All right, you guys, you have JT from City Girls, man. Big shout out to JT. With that being said, JT from City Girls, first day out, 7.2 million views in 6 years. 7.2 million, that ain't too bad. We're not even gonna classify a woman, man. Nah, we don't do that in hip hop. If your shit right, your shit right. Your shit sell, your shit sell. You know what I mean? We don't split up the genders when we talking about numbers. All right, so City Girls, JT did 7.2 million. Big shout out to JT. This is called this adversity. We watched her struggle. You know what I mean? Young Miami held her down while she was incarcerated. She came out and she hit the ground running like we expected her to. Big shout out to JT. So let's remove this off the stage. All right, you guys. So I want you guys in the comment section, let me know. You guys take the metrics, right? And let's look and let's see who really performed out the gate the best. Obviously the best numbers. If you judging by the numbers, looking at what's the name, T Grizzley, I would believe T Grizzley outdid everyone. All right, T Grizzley. Let's pull this up one more time. T Grizzley won with 319 million views in 8 years. But once again, at the rate that what's the name is going. Let's remove this. Put this back up. Let me get the Finesse2tymes back up there. At the rate that Finesse is going, it looks like he may beat those numbers. But T Grizzley and Finesse are at the same trajectory because T Grizzley is how many years? And Finesse2tymes is 3 years, right? So Finesse is 3 years. and Grizzley is 8 years. So at that rate, they'll be at the same, give or take. All right. Now let's get all this off the stage. I want to say this, man. First of all, let's distinguish between First Day Out records versus First Day Out song. Well, Finesse2tymes, he signed. Well, he wasn't signed. Pardon me. Finesse2tymes put out the song, but his shit was not listed First Day Out. So, what is the prerequisites for a First Day Out record? First of all, you have to drop the record within a week or two. If your record takes longer than a week or two, that's not a First Day Out. First Day Out typically is supposed to be within a couple days, right? So I don't know if that qualifies Finesse2tymes. You guys let me know how quick the Finesse2tymes release that record upon his release. That'll be the determining factor, with the last determining factor with everybody. But what I can say, and I will conclude this with this, yes, Finesse2tymes does have the biggest performing record on a debut, First Day Out debut. But let's keep this in mind. Let's keep this in perspective. Tupac started all this. Tupac Shakur started all this, hit the ground running as soon as you come out the hospital, come out of jail. Remember, Tupac came out of jail and went to firing off at Biggie. Linked up with Suge Knight and went to firing off at the East Coast and Biggie. Keep low and keep firing. Tupac came out of the hospital after getting robbed, and he jumped out. He left the hospital the next day or maybe damn near the same day. Right? And that was a show of resiliency. It was to laugh in your enemy's face. It was to antagonize your enemy. To show them that what you did would not stop me. You know what I mean? Man, shout out to Tupac, man. And listen, you guys, make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. This is a safe place, all right? If you're a recurring viewer and you haven't subscribed as of yet, go ahead and take the opportunity to subscribe, man. Once again, you guys, this is the most dangerous platform on God's green earth. Remember I told you, DSTM, don't shoot the messenger. That part. And you guys make sure you don't be ninja watchers. That's a person that be creeping and watching, casual watcher. Don't be no pocket watcher. That's just a hater. And you definitely don't want to be one of these, ladies and gentlemen. We call that a peeping Tom. If y'all don't know what they do to peeping Toms, to stay out of jail, and you won't ever have to find out. That part, I'm out.